Hello, hello world. Welcome to OnlyFillers podcast, the fantastic piece to your Potter saga. I'm LDJ, and with me always it's Steve, aka Sausa TV, aka the Latin Voldemort. Too easy.
That
What's up,
too
bitch?
easy. Good, good. Not much. Trying to figure this drama out just because of I will call it. Oh, I don't want to say that. But it is how I say it. It's a kid's game or everyone's game, I guess.
It's everyone's game. It's Potter game. Yeah. Before we get into our subject today, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you are watching through YouTube, and also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and everything else. Okay,
And
so
TikTok.
TikTok, we have TikTok now. We are now Gen Z people. Oh my god, shame. It's okay. It's okay. We'll figure it out. Two boomers doing TikTok. It's okay. So let's get started, man. So we have a lot of subject drama to cover. We're gonna talk about the Hogwarts Legacy drama surrounding surrounding J.K. Rowling and the game and LGBTQ plus ICU. I don't know how many other letters I have to say, and let's just start, man. Let's just start. Let's just start. It's gonna be fun. I wanna see. I wanna hear your opinion. You are a strong opinion, man. I like that. So let's just start with Hogwarts Legacy pre-launch boycott. So Hogwarts Legacy, you remember how we talked about it a little bit in our most anticipated games preview, right? Steve,
Mhm.
you were looking forward or at least expecting it to do good, just
Yeah,
for
yeah. I wanted the game to have a good reception and that essentially that the game had a lot of track or momentum going on because it's important for new studios, new developers, and new IPs to do well in the video game industry because that gathers people around and why not maybe this is the start of something even better looking forward into the future.
correct, correct. So yeah, you were being a good guy with this game, let's say it, and so let's just start with what happened out of nothing, right? Out of thin air, I would say. Let me share my screen, and if you like, you can read, or I can read it.
Okay, so we have here a tweet from Jessie Earl. You're gonna tell me more about her because, or him, her. I don't wanna get into that. Okay, so it says for people not watching, only listening. Any support of the Harry Potter franchise current projects while J.K. Rowling is in charge of it and using her ongoing platform to target and also justify her continued targeting of trans people is harmful to trans people. Eh.
It's harmful to trans people, he says. Okay, and then he says, I will not begrudge anyone their love of past works or things they have already owned that they take comfort in. I own the first 9 movies and all 7 books myself. But any support of something like Hogwarts Legacy is harmful.
Just the game.
Just
Specifically. Specifically.
specifically. Yeah. So who is Jesse Earl? So Jesse Earl is somewhat a famous YouTuber and a writer. He's a writer. Works with Microsoft, works with Rotten Tomatoes, GameSpot. So he does a
Okay.
little bit of everything in yeah. Someone look, he has like I don't know,
Yeah.
almost
Seizable
70,000.
audience. Yeah.
Yeah, followers, and he has done a little bit of everything around media. But yeah, so this comment around with other comments in the I don't know trans community spawned a hate towards Hogwarts Legacy and labeling it as harmful for trans people. So I guess my first question for you, Steve, have you heard anything specifically within the video game that is harmful or hateful towards anyone?
I haven't. I it's just is a game for everyone. Okay, yeah, we keep saying that, but it is what it is. It's a game that the demographic or target is all of the fan base of the Harry Potter books, movies, whatever you came, you was your first contact with this series. Uh, is thought for them. So obviously the movies are really, 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 really. Uh, Easy to watch with the family. It's a family friendly area for just hang around, sit down, and okay, let's watch this or let's play this. Even there's previous games. This is not the first time, obviously. They started on PlayStation 1. I remember playing Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone or something like that on the PlayStation 1. And it was just a game. It's a game. It's just a
It's a
game.
game. It's just a game. Yeah. So why is Jesse Earl and the trans community targeting Hogwarts Legacy specifically? As he says, it's harmful to support this game. Harmful, right? That word harmful. It's harmful, and many people in the trans community um, believe this, and so they started targeting. But let's dig a little bit into why they attack J.K. Rowling, right? Why
Hmm.
do they and
Uh,
use a little term that I'm gonna try to do justice? Why do they call her a turf? So let's go into some history, uh, into her Twitter history. So she made a series of tweets or comments around sex, and isn't being real or not. So this is an article from Glamour that has all of her um, tweet history just compiled. So it's convenient for us. So J.K. Rowling, as many may know, is an feminist activist, let's say, right? She's not conservative for any reason. She's very liberal person, very pro woman, pro LGBTQ. I think she's lesbian, if I'm not mistaken, and and this has caused some problems with her work because she was trying to after she finished her work with Harry Potter, she was trying to like come back and review it and try to give it a little bit of LGBTQ spin, if or wokeness, if you like. So she is a pretty liberal person, and then she makes these comments. This is, I think, 2020, June 6th, 2020. And she says, if sex isn't real, there is no same sex attraction, which she is lesbian, right? If sex isn't real, the lived reality of women globally is erased. I know and love trans people, but erasing the concept of sex removes the ability of many to meaningful discuss their lives. It isn't hate to speak the truth, she says. And then she continues on and says that the idea that women like me, she says, who've been empathic to trans people for decades, feeling kinship because they are vulnerable in the same way as women, for example, to male violence, she says, hate women as her, hate now trans people because they think sex is real and has lived consequence is a nonsense, she says, right? And then she finished saying, I respect every trans person's right to live any way that feels authentic and comfortable to them. I'd march with you if you were discriminated against on the basis of being trans. At the same time, my life has been shaped by the by being female. I do not believe it is hateful to say so. And then she starts getting attacked and branded as hateful towards trans people, and using this term, Steve, this, I don't know, this is a millennial, so Gen Z term
Yeah,
that
they
is
like
called,
to I don't know, brand whatever they believe
yeah,
in.
they love brands. And so I have to read and educate myself around all these topics, unfortunately, just to be able to talk about this. And so they brand her as TERF. So TERF means trans exclusionary radical feminist. So this is like a group of women that believe that women are women and that trans women uh, are not women, or real women at least. And so they clash within their same LGBTQ community about this gender. Oh my God, this gender studies and pronouns world that we are living in. So basically, everything starts, Steve, because J.K. Rowling believes that sex is real. That's it, man. She believes that she's a female and that being a female it's something, and she doesn't believe that that sex is fluid or ethereal, or that you can be whatever you want to
Oh,
be.
yeah, the way I simplify this in my head and the way I see it is like, for me at least, uh, and this is my personal opinion, and this is whatever. Um, there's only male and female. After that, whatever you decide to eat is up to you. That's a different thing. Yeah, yeah. Your diet, like, it's not like I'm a human, but I am only a meat eater, so I'm not a human anymore. I'm just a meat eater. That doesn't define you. This is what you decide to do after. It's not they. I don't know. They think or they feel the need to establish or their personality or their essence around what they feel attracted to.
It's not even what they feel attracted to, because
Oh,
some
I
of them,
don't know.
as
I
you
don't
have,
know anymore.
yeah, because as you have seen in, like, on internet, they say I am a male in a female body, and I like mains. So it's like convoluted. So you are not a lesbian because you are a woman that likes men, but you think that you're a man, so you are a gay person because you like men. So it's very convoluted. You can mix and match whatever you want. But basically, she doesn't hate trans people. But in this society that we live on, it's not enough to respect each other. You have
Yeah.
to think like me, and
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
respect me and not harm me. So
Yeah. Uh-huh.
she
Totally.
says, totally right. She says in this tweet that she supports and march with trans people. That, and we know that she's very liberal in all these gender topics. She just wants her femininity to be respected as she has lived it, and as the consequence that that brings or has brought into her life, as she says. And and just by thinking different, these people now think that she's been harmful to her and that she hates her, because
Yeah.
it's not enough to respect. Is that you have to think like
No,
them.
yeah, this generation or this movement or whoever is in charge or leading this drama, because I think is unnecessary to the point that it's getting, is that if you don't think 1,000% exactly like I do, you are against me. And that's not how life works. people are entitled to their own opinions, and that is what makes us different in every single way. So why do I have to be with you in whatever you think or believe in if you are not even respecting my side? It is what it is. Differences, races, beliefs makes us unique, and that is what is in a way beautiful about relationship, humans, friends. But if either you're gonna turn down, you're gonna weaponize that, well, I think we have a problem. Because there are precedents in history that people that weaponize hate, well, things didn't end up well.
Yeah, that's so true, Steve. This same way of working, acting, and as we are gonna see, targeting people, we have seen this in history. We have seen this with radical, like extremist people, with Nazis in Germany, with communists in China. We have seen this in communists in Russia. Definitely, we have seen this many times and times again when these ideas became totalitarian, right? And that
Hmm.
we have to abide, right? If you don't use my pronouns, then you are hateful, and since you're hateful now, we can cancel your life and then we can destroy your life. And this is a way of acting that we have seen. This is not new. This is a dictatorship kind of mentality that you have. We have to be able to control, and my truth is the only truth that is possible. And even within the liberal right, I do not agree with most of J.K. Rowling. I consider myself in these subjects a more conservative person, but I respect individuals' liberty, and you do what you need to do, but do not pretend that I have to do anything. Right? I am not gonna use anyone's pronouns if I see clearly that it's a male or a female.
Yeah.
I had thought I have to study English and I had to process a lot of grammar to be able to speak a second language, and I'm not gonna change that suddenly. Try to use new neo pronouns, so that's not gonna happen. So to go back to the subject, is she TERF? I don't think so.
I don't know if I don't think so either, to that extreme. It's not like I'm trying to defend her or anything. It's just
Yeah.
like uh it's not like that. And I don't know. I am going a little bit back. Is people, there's precedence of this. Hates gather masses, obviously, and we keep seeing it. People forget, and there's a saying in English, and I love it. Those who do not learn history are doomed to repeat it. There are precedents. This has happened before. It's just that now is apparently okay
Hmm.
to rally the people, the masses, and okay, now let's. I don't know. It's just a waste, because the way I see it, and I tell my wife this all the time, is like, yeah, okay, you are you have the right to fight for whatever you believe in. That's all right. But this is so small, is so specific, because there are so many individual groups of people that have such a specific belief that they all want the same attention. And I think in the bigger picture, there's such bigger issues such as racism that still exists, and there's no one. I don't know. It's like people forget about it somehow.
Yeah, the conversation that started with Black Lives Matter, let's say, or with protect, or yeah, with racism now has turned into a different thing and into neo pronouns. I don't know, man. So let's keep on the on track with Howard's Legacy with Potter, and then so this happened. All that we showed about Jesse, and this happened pre-launch, obviously when the game was in development or ready to be in launch. It launched yesterday. I think it was the 10th.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
About that, let me just clarify something because someone came to me and asked me like, why are people playing the game already? It's not out, and I have to look into it. I knew the answer, but I didn't knew it specifically for the game. The game for the people that don't know, if you bought the game, the special edition, you had 72 hours of gameplay before the official launch. So the
correct.
official launch was yesterday, like you said, and so that's why so many people were playing the game, because in spite all that noise, stupid and unnecessary noise, well, from certain point of view, because the I don't know, the publisher of the game must be, I don't just uh,
Happy.
rolling in a pile of money.
Yeah, completely happy. And J.K. Rowling by extension. Okay, so we're gonna get to
Oh.
the sales stuff a
Ah.
little bit in a little while. So now, as Steve was explaining, you had the deluxe edition. Streamers were able to play it 72 hours of the game, and they were doing so in Twitch and sharing usual stuff, right? That you
Mm.
do with games in Twitch. And so these group of people from the trans community got together and start to in a mob, like this is like mob mentality, right? This is out of Don Corleone. This is out of Sopranos shit that I'm gonna share here with you guys.
A Last of Us fungus.
Yeah, this is amazing. So they organized. This is a crime, like a crime organization. They organized. They had a website. Here you can see it. So this I don't know person. Let's just say person. He him. Okay, this guy Sam Gibbs made a website where you could go on and type the streamer name and find out if that streamer has been streaming Wizard, Howard's Wizard. And I found so funny that they do not that he doesn't use the name of the video game like if it's Voldemort. It's like, listen to this. Introducing have they streamed that wizardgame.com. Find out if anyone you follow on Twitch has streamed that new wizard game. So they don't want to mention the name. They don't want to give attention, but they are doing it anyway. They were at least. And so they had this website. So millions of these persons or this community went into and they were harassing streamers. They were going into the streams and hijacking the chat just with truly hateful comments towards the streamer who was just enjoying Harry Potter because they were Harry Potter fans. And we have um, a clip here, unfortunately, from someone that we follow, Steve and I,
Mm.
and I enjoy deeply all their content, their
They're
reviews.
they're really friendly content as well.
Yeah, they are so beautiful people, so lightful, so colorful, so so basically they have like a YouTube channel where they review video games, but the review is it's from the point of view of the girlfriend who watches her boyfriend play the video game. So it's called Girlfriend Reviews, which is amazing. You can go to YouTube. We'll try to link it or something. Um, and so they were streaming and they were getting harassed.
Well, wait, give it a second. It's not. We're not hearing the audio.
Okay, no, oh, okay. Such a shame. Such a shame. Let me stop sharing. So basically, they were getting harassed because they were playing this video game, and what's what's worse is that getting she was getting sad, right? So she was
Mm.
getting upset, and you can almost hear now. You can. here
Okay,
again.
now it's like whatever.
Yeah, now you got it.
Almost like thinking of just like either going offline or like I'm barely into the second combat here, and every time I look at chat, it's just the conversation is just like
Maybe we can do like
bothering
a
me.
be right back, like a little break or something.
You can take a break if you want. I'll just stop talking and I'll just go fight and do the combat. Y'all done did it now.
Yeah, sad, but she was truly upset with the channel and the chat turning against them just because they were playing a video game. And so this was getting out of control, man. Don't you think? At this point,
It's again, it's totally unnecessary. It's just such, I don't know. People gather together for the most unexplicable things, and this is one of them. I don't see where it got such a huge momentum out of nowhere, and for the most if let's be honest, for one of the most stupid reasons, and it's just a game. It's a game that doesn't have, it's not like they're, I don't know, they're specifically pointing or hating on this community that is attacking the game directly. I don't know. I just
it's it's
does.
it's it's just such out of thin air, man.
Mm,
This is a video game made by hundreds of people that is loosely related to a franchise that of a person that made a tweet where she was expressing an opinion that was not hateful, or racist or anything. So it's just truly mind blowing. It's just mind blowing to see this type of mob behavior, um in 2023, man. And so thank God that website um was terminated, suspended, however you want to say it. So thank God that service is not no longer available to them. So they responded with, "Okay, so now let's try to spoil the video game," which is just so.
because because that's not one of the biggest ironies in the world. Because in order to do that, first you have to buy the game. Uh,
And
second,
play it.
you have to play it, and not play it like for 5 minutes. You have to actually sit down and play the whole damn thing that you are hating. So I don't know. It's just irony behind irony, and it becomes such an stupid debate after a while.
It's just so funny. So basically, someone in the trans community had to go to the buy the video game, play the 72 hours, and then go online into these, I don't know, streamers or into websites, into Twitter, and try to give out the ending or the plot of the video game to try to spoil it to other people. This is so petty. This is like childish like behavior. This is something you would expect from a 5-year old
Yeah.
who cannot play with a video game, and then he's gonna, oh my god, this is so
You're
sad.
being that kid in a party that is fighting because you saw the next kid next to you had a bigger piece of cake than you.
Something like that. This is so, oh, so sad. And okay, but thankfully, if you may say so, and if we may move to sales, thankfully the game, I think, was actually boosted because of these hateful attacks. So IGN reported 2 days ago that Hogwarts Legacy doesn't officially launch until yesterday, February 10th, but those edition players have had access 72 hours earlier, and now they report almost 500,000 of people playing the game on Steam, which is just one
Just
platform.
PC sales.
just PC sales. This is not counting
Yeah.
Xbox or PlayStation.
Uh,
So this is huge for this video game. This is huge for this franchise, and this is money on J.K. Rowling's pocket as well, because she gets some revenue. Obviously, she has the IP. Um, this is amazing.
yeah, like people, I don't know. The irony of social media is that even when you start rallying people and disliking or trying to boycott something, at the end of the day, you are uh, sharing it, showing people that don't have any idea or clue what's going on. Curiosity is gonna get them to play it or read about it, or this. So they keep sharing and hashtagging, and this all has this huge snowball effect that even when trying to do something bad, at the end of the day, you're gonna end up supporting in a good way that thing, which is the biggest irony of them all, for which these numbers uh, explicitly show they're just making money because of it. Your wait, we lost your sound for some reason.
Ah, I'm sorry,
I don't
I
know.
was muted. Yeah, so there is
Yeah,
an
there
old
you go.
saying that goes, "There is no such thing as bad press," right? And this is just a clear example. So they have all the press going on, or the buzz
Right.
on Twitter. People doesn't like other people telling them what to do. That's just a reality, and so it got
Uh,
more attention. You can see sales, you can see Twitch viewer count. So it was peaking on the platform, and the game was not even out. So the game, they can play it yesterday, and right now everyone now can play it, and we're gonna keep an eye on the sales of this video game for 2023. But this is gonna be huge for this video game, and I guess I'm happy for the developer. They put so much time. Obviously, this is an open world. A lot of
mm,
detail goes into open world. Huge map, and we're gonna talk a little bit about the game, what we have seen. But just to give it some props and
mm.
talk real stuff, not thin air drama. But thank God, the boycott backfired, and that it is actually doing good, this video game, and that people are enjoying their franchise. If you're a Harry Potter um, enthusiast, fan, whatever, you should enjoy it. That's what you can do. That's your liberty, and go ahead and just, if you want to play it and support it, buy it, give it a try, enjoy it, and don't let other people's ideology, or yeah, extreme views,
Mob mentality.
mob mentality, correct. Don't let that try to sway your decisions. You make your own decisions. You get your own information, and then decide if you're
Yeah,
gonna invest. Yeah.
yeah. If and basically, if you're a Harry Potter fan these days, most likely you are above your 20s, so you can make your own choices.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. People are bulging now, Harry Potter fans. So, what about the game? What about the game, man? Is the game any good? We
uh,
have we have a clip of the video game. It's actually very good. It's like this game is, it's just amazing, man. It's just groundbreaking technology. Look at this, man. Let me see if people can hear. Yeah.
I'll beat your asshole.
realistic gameplay right there.
Yeah, it's put in the ghetto, it's put in the hood.
They came to the wrong neighborhood, obviously.
This clip is so funny, so funny. But yeah, no, talking real. What have you seen about the video game? Um, Describe what you have seen, and I can share my thoughts also, of course.
Yeah, well, Uh, of the game, what I can say that at least we don't have it. We don't have the game. We have a lot of games to catch up, and this is just one more to who knows if we ever gonna play it. But uh, for at least I've seen some of my friends play it. They have shared gameplay with me and all that. Some have even streamed it. So I got the chance to have to get a view of the game. For what I can see, it's a nice game. It has a lot of attention to detail, especially for those people that are really into the Harry Potter universe. So that's good. That's good. That it looks like people that made the game actually love the source material, which is good. That's what you want from a video game.
Yeah, especially from a franchise like
Right.
these. So what I've seen some gameplay, some from some of the streamers I follow. This seemed to be as I suspected and as I review it on our most anticipated video games podcast. This is a story driven game. So they pay a lot of attention to the script, to the characters that and the whole social dynamic that you will go through in Hogwarts as you study, because this is a school, so you're going to school, you have teachers, you have classmates, so they pay a lot of attention to that, and also like to the decisions that you made, that decisions just a little bit like I guess on Witcher, it will change a little bit how you perceive the world, and as you also interact with the characters. So this is a story driven video game. Uh, Combat for me still looks just flashy, but there's not a lot of depth to it. What I have heard from people playing it and seen is that this is it's very easy to attack. The hardest skill of these video games is actually to block or to dodge, because attacking is just so easy. So there is not much depth into the combat system. This is not an action video game. This is not a combat video game. You have this is a solve puzzles, express yourself, be in this world, explore the open world, do some side quests, interact with some NPCs, and just feel like you are in the Harry Potter world. This is the game. This game is not for me, as I said back then, so I'm not gonna buy it. Just being honest with you guys, I have already seen the video games that I will want to play from this year. Dead Space is one of those. Dead Space. Looking forward to Final Fantasy 16, Final Fantasy 7 Part 2, and others. So I will just watch the streams and just let you know. But I'm not gonna play it. This game is not for me. That's it. That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah, there's so much money and especially time to invest in games these days. So yeah, you gotta pick your fights, and yeah, it's not that the game is bad. I don't think the game is bad. Like you said, it's just not for me as well.
Yeah, it's not for me. Hopefully, people will enjoy it. So, Steve, that's it. That's it for us today. Any closing remarks? You want to say goodbye?
Well, not much. Just if you wanna play the game, and don't bother the people that do so. That's it.
Basic human interaction. Basic human interaction, man. Just be nice to each other.
Yeah,
Just be nice.
don't take it personal. It is what it is. Just you can always shut up.
Yeah,
That's an option.
that's an option. Yeah. So now we have TikTok.
Yeah,
Talk about that, man.
yeah.
Get people to
No,
TikTok.
yeah. Just if you happen to have, we are at OnlyFillers as well. You can follow us with that tag on Twitter, Instagram, obviously YouTube. Please subscribe, follow us in other social media. We're trying to share more stuff as it comes, as we move forward. So look into it. Look into it. Take the time, and why not? You're already doing something else, so why not just take an extra minute?
Good, good. So that's all for us today. remember to follow us, and also remember that we're doing our Last of Us series. The episode actually released yesterday, just a reminder, so you can go to HBO and watch that. Episode 5 of the Last of Us. We're gonna do our review in our separate series, most likely Monday or something like that. So look forward to that. So that's all for us today. Peace.
Take care, everyone.